Alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening to all the attendees. Before we start, here are some important housekeeping notes to make before we begin today's ceremony.
First, we would like to seek the cooperation of all the attendees who are in the StreamYard to mute the microphones during this program. Also, kindly switch your mobile phones to silent mode to avoid interruptions. Secondly, please follow us to have your full attention throughout the program. Attendees also need to fill in the attendance form after the completion of the closing ceremony of this program. A very good evening to all. I am Harish Kumar Kalaiselvan and this is my partner Muhammad Hazi. We are the moderator for tonight's session. On behalf of the committee of the 8th Vivarium Festival 2020, we are pleased to welcome all of you to our 8th day of the Vivarium TV session on Facebook Live.
Tonight, we will have 3 groups to present their lovely vivariums today. Each group will be presenting their videos, pictures, and posters. Please pay full attention as I am sure you don't want to miss any of the interesting moments tonight. Before we start, please remember to fill the evaluation form for all the groups in the link given in the chat box. Now, let's invite our first group for tonight, Group 18. Alright, Group 18, please introduce yourself.
Alright. Hello everyone and good evening. Alright, my name is Muhammad Ikram bin Maruzan. And next.
Hello everyone. My name is Desmond Anaini.
And before I forget, one of my teammates doesn't here. He is Izanuddin, and we are from Group 18. That's all.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, let us enjoy their video.
Okay, hi everyone. Assalamualaikum and good evening. So, as we know, we are right now in the Vivarium Festival, and before I start, let's introduce ourselves and my teammates. And my name is Muhammad Ikram, and my other teammates is Desmond. Next is Izanuddin, and all of we are from Bachelor Science of Plantation Management with Honors, Semester 1. And we are from Vivarium Group 18, which is Group 18 of Vivarium Festival. Okay, as we know, every of group need to make a vivarium, and this is our vivarium, and we call it vivarium cricket. And why we call it vivarium cricket? Next, Desmond will present. But before that, before Desmond present about what is in more detail about our vivarium cricket, let me see our video and what's about in more detail in our video in how to make the vivarium and finally what's happened to our vivarium. So, and let's enjoy our video. this is our video of video Vivarium, which is Vivarium cricket of our team, which is from group 18. So maybe all of you want to know why we use the item and why and how and want to know why use the item, because in our Vivarium cricket have a lot of special things, and maybe Desmond he will present in more detail how and what and why about our Vivarium cricket. Okay, Desmond, let's go.
Okay, let's start. So our Bavaria basically getting inspired by the Vivarium from 18th century, I think. And then the vivarium concept is about this vivarium concept based on vivarium mixed together with insectarium. The insect we put in the vivarium is a cricket. Okay, so what make this vivarium very special and the masterpiece for us because the we use two special material, charcoal and uh, hydroton. So charcoal is functioning as toxin removing, okay, and then the hydroton functioning as the white moisture, moisture keep the moisture available for very long time. And then we the cost of making the venom so at minimal cost because we using recycled acrylic and then we combine it into box shape using masking tape and then yeah if as we can see the picture in the middle of the poster so that is the end of the result for our vivarium cricket. So yeah, that's all from us. Ikram.
Alright, thank Desmond. So right now Desmond has present about in more detail about our Bavarian cricket, and which is the main thing, special thing is we using a waste acrylic, and it also we use special thing which is hydroton and coral, and that's the main point of our Bavarium. And I think that's all from us about Bavarium cricket, and hopefully all of you enjoy to see our video about Vivarium Cricket and enjoy in this program, which is a Vivarium Festival. And I think that's all from us, which is Ikram, Desmond, and Izanuddin. So guys, that's all from us. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you so much, Group 18, for your marvelous presentation. Okay, I have some question to ask about the video that looked very interesting. Okay, the first question is, what would you like the most in your vivarium?
uh for me what the most thing I like in this vivarium is was the plant and the cricket because it don't need use any cost of money to get it. Just get it from our house environment. So yeah, and then I love the cricket too. It's so cute.
Okay, okay, I see. So I have another question too. What was the hardest challenge you had met while making the vivarium?
Alright, so the hardest thing to make our Vivarium cricket is for me how to make the container, because as Desmond mentioned before in that video, the container we make is not we buy, we make it from the waste acrylic. I found it in my brother's shop, and we need to combine it using a chloroform. Chloroform means the function of to combine the acrylic, and after I finish combine, and when I put the pit moss, the container is crashed. So that's why I need to add on the masking tape to make sure the container of the vibarium is strong. So I think that's the hardest process, because other than that, to put the coral, hydroton, pit moss, cricket, plant is easy. So I think that's it.
Okay, Thanks for the response, Group 18, and also thank you again for presenting your vivarium. So let's proceed to our second group for tonight, which is Group 14. Please introduce yourself, guys.
Okay, hello guys. Hello everyone. I am Shazrin binti Herman with metric number 208468.
Please introduce yourself, Mayani. Okay, let us proceed with the video from Group 14.
All right. Thank you, Group 14, for your very impressive video tonight. All right. I'll have several questions for your vivarium. My first question is it difficult to care for your vivarium?
Okay, I will take this question for me to answer. So in terms of difficulty in taking care of the vivarium, I would like to answer in context of succulent terrarium, which is a vivarium that our group have chosen to make. There are it is actually not difficult at all to take care of the vivarium. There are two vital factors that we need to take account for, which is the light and the water in terms of taking care of the vivarium. As for the light, we as the one who would develop the vivarium, we need to give a good amount of light because when the vivarium, the succulent is receiving a very little or exposed to a little light, the leaf of the succulent can actually look pale and colorless, whereby it will make the vivarium look uninteresting and that is not cute at all, right? But in the other hand, if we are exposing the vivarium with too much light, it will actually cause or leaving the burn mark at the leaf of the succulent plant, and that will also make it uninteresting for us to keep it for in our house or anywhere. As for the water, we also need to actually give a good amount of water to the vivarium because when we are giving too little water, because it is a plant, so too little water will actually make it wilt or shiver. But if you are giving too much water, the bottom part of the leaf of the succulent will actually rot, and we don't want that to happen because our plant or our succulent will eventually get die. That's what I mean. So all must be asking why I didn't talk about fertilizer over here. As we all know, plant do need fertilizer in order to grow up or to keep on living their life. But over here we are talking about vivarium, whereby the plant in the vivarium, the plant in the box or the jar, only we needed only a small plant. So by giving them fertilizer like how we should do, like once a week or twice a week, that will actually help our plant to grow as big as our house. So we don't want that to happen. We want the cute plant in a jar. So my idea over here is giving fertilizing your succulent or any plant for your vivarium once a year is actually good enough, and that will make your plant look interesting. That is all for me. I hope they answered the question.
Wow, such a good answer. It's as if you're very experienced in dealing with vivariums and succulents.
Not
All
at
right.
all, but thank you.
All right. Moving on to the second question for Group 14. What are the hardest challenges that you had met while making the vivarium?
Okay, thank you, Hazik, for the question. So for me, the hardest challenge for us while making the vivarium is we could not make any face-to-face discussion, and we only rely on online meeting. Okay, to exchange ideas because while we're having a pack of quizzes, quiz and tests, we could not
I think she's having an issue with her connection right now.
That's okay. I think you have more than enough experience to help answer for her.
Okay, but I will try to help her answer the question. What is the challenge in building the vivarium? First of all, is because we can meet face to face, so it's kind of hard for us to decide what we are going to go with the vivarium. The second one is we can see that our situation right now with the COVID and the pandemic. So me and Mayani itself, we are living in Sarawak and we are very far apart from each other. So it is impossible for us to meet and go to build the vivarium ourselves. So thank you to our other group members, which is Kak Haiza and Hidayati. They are volunteering in doing the vivarium. So what I'm going to point out over here is the foremost difficulty of the challenge that we are doing this because of the PKP of the MCO. We can't go out easily to find all the material, but thanks God we did it. That's it. Thank you.
All right. I see. I see. Thank you for your very good answer. Oh, it seems that Mayani is back. Maybe she can continue and add on several things. Welcome back, Mayani. You may continue.
Please unmute your mic, Mayani.
Yes, Azik. I have problems with my connection right now. I'm so sorry.
Understandable issues. You may continue. All right. All right. Thank you, Mayani and Shazrin from Group 14, for your uh, presentation and answers to your questions. All right. Moving on to the third and last group for tonight. Let us invite Group 37. You may introduce yourselves to the audience.
Okay, okay. I will start first. Okay, we are representative from Group 37. And first of all, my name is Demelian. My metric number is 194576. And currently, I'm a final year student taking a Bachelor of Education in Agriculture Science from Faculty of Educational Studies.
It's okay. Maybe Nakib is having technical issues. Right. Without further ado, I guess we can continue with the video from Group 37.
Well, what an impressive video from Group 37 it was. So before we moving on to the question and answer session, I would like to have a reminder. So all the attendees, please fill in the attendance form and also the evaluation form. Okay, moving on. So thank you very much for sharing such a wonderful experience and video with us, Group 37. So I have some questions for you too. So the first question would be, what had you learned while doing this vivarium?
Okay. First of all, thank you to the board director for the question. Okay. Personally, in my own perspective, okay. The things that I learned while doing this task is the process to prepare the vibram itself. As I never did this before. Okay. For the first process, okay, I learned that the collecting of the right materials, okay, is critical, as our vivarium themes is aquarium. Okay, we need to choose the stable plant. Okay, where in our situation is involve aquatic plants. Okay, before placing it in the aquarium. Okay, as you guys can see in the video earlier. Okay. We use the PVC pipes, okay, so that the placement of the plants and the stones will not affected by the waters during the fillings process. Okay. Not forget to mention, okay, I want to give a credit for our teammates. Okay, they're showing a teamwork among the group members. Okay, without them, it will be impossible to be done. Okay. Everyone is the group is playing their important roles. Okay. By giving their full commitments, dedication, and contribution. Okay, even during this pandemics, okay, in order to complete the vivarium task within the timeline given. I think that's all from me. Okay, thank you.
So I have another question for you actually. This is the most favorite question among all the groups. So what was the hardest thing you ever faced while making this vivarium?
Okay, thank you, the moderator. Okay, I will answer that since my friend is not is having a connection problem. Okay, the hardest things that happens during the preparation vivarium is nowadays. Okay, we knows that COVID pandemics is thrive worldwide, and not forget to mention about the Malaysia itself. We as a student also facing the problem, which is the discussion in the group meetings. We can held it, by face to face, where we use a virtual platform like Google Meet. So everything, our process is done by virtual. So that is the major challenges for us with the new norms. Okay, thank you.
So thank you, Group 37, and we all know that everyone is affected by the pandemic. And thanks for your hard work on preparing this vivarium.
Thank you.
All right. It seems like we have reached the end of our session for today. I would like to thank all the groups for their presentation and their answers in answering the questions tonight. It seems that we have reached our end, and therefore I would like to remind all our attendees today to fill in the attendance and evaluation forms. And I would also like to thank all of you for joining us today. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow to watch more Vivarium presentations at the same time and place. Once again, friendly reminder, please don't forget to take your attendance. Stay tuned. Assalamualaikum and have a great night.
Thank you guys for attending this show.